Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the first episode of my channel, All Things Nursing. I will be your host and fellow nurse, Sabina. I want this channel to be a safe space where you can learn and share thoughts and emotions while being surrounded by a positive community. So whether you are a brand new nurse, a seasoned nurse, a nursing student, or just someone who is interested in the nursing profession, I want you to know that you're welcome here. So today, I wanted to start things off by discussing a topic that holds a lot of personal significance, and that is horizontal bullying. I myself have been a victim of horizontal bullying in the workplace, and I hope that by sharing this video, I can make those of you who may have found yourself in similar situations know that you are not alone. So what is horizontal bullying? Well, as per the Registered Nurses Association of Ontario's 2019 Best Practice Guideline, horizontal bullying is bullying that is directed at colleagues who are of equal level within an organization. The RNAO further describes horizontal bullying to include verbal abuse, threats, intimidation, criticism, humiliation, and exclusion. I unfortunately can say that I have both witnessed and experienced many of these forms of bullying that I just listed during my time working as a nurse. As a new nurse in particular, but even recently, I've had senior nurses treat me like I am less than them, like I don't know anything, and they will go out of their way to not assist me when I need it. Encounters like these leave you feeling defeated and helpless, and sometimes even questioning your decision to become a nurse. There have been situations where I find myself so distracted by the bullying I am experiencing that my provision of patient care is affected, which is just about the last thing I could ever want. For a while, I thought I was alone. But over time, and talking to other nurses, both new and seasoned, I realized that my experiences were actually very common. The authors of a 2020 article titled Newly Graduated Nurses' Experiences of Horizontal Violence states that 1 out of every 3 new nurses will be a victim of horizontal violence. Additional statistics from an article published in 2017 by the Crisis Prevention Institute go even further, stating that as many as 80% of nurses have experienced at least some form of workplace bullying, and that nurses are actually known to face the greatest risk of workplace bullying compared to any other profession. Now, I'm sure you, as well as I, find these statistics extremely tragic. And in reflecting on that, you think about how these frequent instances of bullying could influence nursing practice as a whole. A study conducted in a 2020 article, The Influence of Bullying on Nursing Practice Errors, a Systematic Review, pondered a similar thought and concluded through the interviewing of nurses that bullying is perceived to have a major influence on patient outcomes and practice errors. A similar study conducted in 2019 titled Workplace Bullying and Risk of Burnout in Nurses, a Systematic Review Protocol, highlighted burnout to be yet another consequence of bullying. The article went on to effectively argue bullying and burnout to have significant impacts on nurses' empathy and job satisfaction. At this point, with the issue of bullying seeming so out of control, you wonder how it became such a large phenomenon in the first place. I took the liberty of reading some scholarly articles to help explain it. The 2017 article, Enactors of Horizontal Violence, the Pathological Bully, the Self-Justified Bully, and the Unprofessional Coworker, argues that the perpetuation of bullying stems primarily from nurses not recognizing bullying as it occurs. While this may seem hard to believe, a lot of nurses, and even nurse educators and nurse managers, actually accept bullying behavior as being a normal part of their profession. Even in my own experience, I have heard many nurses dismiss acts of bullying by saying, "That's just the way it is." This has never sat quite right with me. Nurses are respected members of society and need to start acting as such. Bullying and the barriers related to solving bullying in nursing need to be addressed. An idea that I recently came up with was to create a code of conduct with a specific clause related to bullying. This code of conduct could span across healthcare agencies and would need to be agreed upon and signed by each employee upon hire. Any breach of this code, such as the partaking in bullying, would lead to termination of employment. I believe this would be a deterrent of bullying and would also serve as a standard by which nurses could model their behavior and values. Bullying no longer needs to be a part of nursing culture. So if any of you out there have an idea on how to combat bullying or have a story you would like to share, please make sure to comment on this video and become part of the change. Thank you.